So, have y'all watched the most recent episode of 90 Day Fiancé spinoff, Happily Ever After? Baby! I watched that shit last night and I went to bed laughing so unbelievably hard. Just when I thought this franchise is getting too scripted, too plastic surgery, I'm like, maybe they don't have any more golden moments in them. They surprised me. Okay, how did the episode start? It starts with Jasmine yelling, "Yours are hard! Yours are hard!" as she whoops Natalie's ass at the bar. Yo, this is some funny shit. This is some funny shit. Is Gino's cousins, Dana, Michelle? I love them so much. And I know they're getting a lot of shit for supporting Jasmine, but Jasmine is so far from her family. And has anyone ever considered that Gino's ex-wife that he says he was with for 7 years and that they never had an argument, that they watched how he treated that ex-wife as well? Like, it's a lot. Baby, Dana's birthday was very, very, very memorable. Jasmine rolls into that, like, pool hall. She sees another woman next to her man and she rings the fucking alarm. And she reaches for that bitch. And I hate to tell Natalie, my money is really on Jasmine if they have really gotten into it, because even though both women are built very nicely and I'm sure can probably fight, Jasmine has let it be known that she's made fighting is her middle name because she's had to do it so much growing up. I understand walking into a room and not knowing you're going to react a certain way when you see someone next to your husband. So, like, that's the next thing. Natalie was over here talking about, why is she coming after me? So I agree. A woman from my island in that kind of setting, the mistress would have probably gotten it, accidentally, because we don't know her. She's not our friend or family. It would have really been us tussling with our man in there, right? And so I agree that she misdirected her anger and then later found out that Gino lied to Natalie too. But I want to say this to Natalie. Separated is not divorced. You have to know you run the risk of dealing with a man that is still married, that he can go back to his wife, they can reconcile. And you have to put yourself in Jasmine's shoes. And for those of them saying, well, she lives with Matt, Gino put her the fuck out. Matt is keeping her so she would not become homeless, right? Gino has made his bed. All he had to do was touch, hold, be affectionate to his wife. And that whole thing, oh, Jasmine yells too much. I'm from the north, baby, and I'm from an island where women get it crunk all the time, okay? And our men don't behave like Gino. When are we going to realize Gino has like an impotency problem and he's got an intimacy problem? And maybe that's one of the things that broke his first marriage. He wants these spicy Latinas, but he really can't do nothing with them but look at them as if they're in just like he's at the museum and he's just looking at these beautiful paintings. It was just a mess. Now, baby, we was in Bulgaria and Moldova. Now, Bulgaria was keeping it classy. You know, it is what it was, but the Moldovians, me love them, okay? Here we go with Libby and Andre. Libby. Just when I thought this bitch done lost her mind, trying to move to a third world country that is on the borderline of a major war with her 2 young children. Okay, she went ahead, she did a little Moldovan tour, looked at the little places, and when she found out Andre lost $75,000 of their money and didn't tell her, and when they pulled up to the shack that looked like a palace from outside, but when you went inside, you knew it was a shack. My girl, grab up Ellie, grab up Winston, and she told Chuck, I'm out. I was like, I laughed so hard. I don't know if Andre was drinking soup or eating cereal. I don't know what it was, but she grabbed them motherfucking kids and she was out. Suitcase packed. He didn't really think she was going nowhere. Then he's telling Chuck, like, this isn't good for our marriage. Chuck is like, it's my daughter and she want to get out of here. Chuck says to Libby, are you sure? She said, I've never been so certain. Girl, your common sense has come back to you. One thing I can say about Libby's family, They make for good reality TV, because the way she neatly packed up their shit and then gave Andre his underwear, I was like, bitch. She said, just take your underwear out of the suitcase. You could keep the underwear. You could stay in Moldova. And Andre's like, what am I going to tell my family? And she's like, frankly, my dear, I really don't give a damn, because you lied to me and you lost $75,000 of our money. I said, me laugh. The way she grabbed Ellie and Winston. And that is a true mama bear. No matter married or not married, when you're a mom, your first priority is protecting your children. You understand that y'all are not in a situation where your husband is being honest and you're in a foreign country. Maybe Libby remembered Not Without My Daughter. Y'all remember that movie? Maybe she realized that things can really change for her if she moves over there. Andre doesn't treat her with much respect now, much less if he's in his home country. And even though the homes and the penthouses that he showed her were nice, what about the living outside? What about the fact that you're on the border? You're a country that's on the border of a major war currently going on in 2025. That would be the absolute stupid to pack up your life and your young American children to do that. And I say that as someone that is from a third world country. Okay? Oh my God. I could not stop laughing. I could not stop laughing from, you're a whore, to get me the fuck out of Moldova. It was just great reality TV. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next week.